from societies in which law is taken very seriously and very important, and the court is very important, justice is very taken seriously. That is because you have loosened morality elsewhere, and because of that you need law to be very strict. You have loosened morality. You have told people that you are free to be moral or immoral. You are free to be religious or non-religious. So it is left to you. And because of that, law has to be more powerful than elsewhere. Okay? So when you see that even law is taken so seriously in the modern time, you have to know that it is at the expense of morality. It is at the expense and at the cost of morality. We have sacrificed something in order to gain something else. This is the deal that has taken place. No, I am not saying that the modern man is necessarily immoral. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, that theoretically speaking, freedom means this. Of course, most of the people may opt for morality, but theoretically they are free. They can even select non-morality. Okay, immoral. They can. Maybe most of the people still choose to be religious, as in the States, for example. Nevertheless, theoretically they are free, and they can choose to be non-religious, immoral, and so on and so forth. So it is their right. So this is the meaning of the paradigm of rights. And you know that that clashes with the traditional religious teachings, and no reconciliation, no compatibility whatsoever is in the perspective. You cannot see it. And I think this is one of the most the important challenges of modernity to religious teachings. The idea of rights and the idea of freedom, both actually subsumed under the idea of justice. So I think in order to meet the challenge, I tell you and I confess here that I don't have any ready-made answer to the question. It is, too sophisticated, too complicated to be solved at one stroke. It needs a lot of it is really mind-consuming, and you have to put invest a lot on it in order perhaps to reach and to gain something. But anyway, what I'm going to put forward here is just to draw your attention to the challenge itself, to the severity of the challenge. That it is not only the question of halal and haram that we have got nowadays, and it is not only the fuqaha, the class of fuqaha who are at stake, and perhaps who are the main sources to offer us the solution for the challenges. The challenges go much, much deeper than that. And the whole vision of man, of history and everything has changed now. And one of the main changes that have developed is the change in the idea of the rights and the freedom of man. The question is this: can we base the idea of religion on the idea of rights? How are we to define the religiosity for the rightful man? So far, the task has been rather simple, to define religiosity for the duty-bound man. This has worked well so far. According to the tradition. In traditional societies, you have got on the one hand the religion, be it Christianity or whatever, and on the other hand, the vision of man of himself as a duty-bound creature. These two matched very well. And as I said, the main background for religions and the main the essential condition for their birth was this duty-bound paradigm. So these two went along, and no problem, no clash. But now we have got the clash. On the one hand, we would like to carry on with our religious teachings, which has got their roots in the duty-bound paradigm. On the other hand, the rightful man is born not only in the western part of the planet, but virtually everywhere. Virtually everywhere. People have become rights conscious. People have become rightful creatures. This is the vision that they have got from themselves. And to use a duty discourse for a man who considers himself as a rightful creature seems no longer working. So something has to be done here. Either we have to challenge the rights paradigm in order to go back to the duty paradigm, to perhaps show and demonstrate, to think of a new definition of religion, something, in order to make it compatible with the rights mentality. So that is the challenge. That is the challenge. Dictatorship under the name or under the banner of religion was a commonplace in the past. Autocracy in the sense of a particular person having all powers at hand was a commonplace, and even it was acceptable. All people wanted from the ruler was to be just, and that was all. And they asked the ruler to act, to behave justly, to judge justly. No person virtually actually questioned his power. All was at stake was the justice of the ruler. But as you know, even nowadays, again we have got experience of Iran and in other parts of the Islamic world, that people are not satisfied by an autocratic rule. The idea of the separation of power at least is accepted in the constitution of Iran. Okay, it has got no base, no root in religion, in Islam whatsoever. You cannot find even a single prophetic tradition telling you and teaching you that the powers should be separated from each other. Nothing like that. Nor in Quran, neither in Quran, nor anywhere else in Hadith. But all ulama in Iran and elsewhere have actually submitted to it and have admitted it and has accepted it, because it is the the order of time. And this is something that you cannot deny it, you cannot overlook it, because everybody understand that it is something that is necessitated by justice. You have to accept it. So as I said, the main challenge is like this. We have got a religiosity, an ethical religiosity, concomitant and accordant, if you like, with the duty-bound paradigm. Now, perhaps, we have to, try perhaps to redefine religiosity, or refine it, or redefine it, in order to make it acceptable or at home with the rightful person at the time. If we do this, of course, the idea of freedom, of justice, and all this will find their solutions. Now, as to the core of religion, of religious experience, there also we have got a problem. This is going to be my last point. There also we have got a